Hey everyone, I'm Richard and this is Cowboy Survival. I want to welcome you back to the channel. And what we're going to do is we're going to talk about Atwood Rope's Peripocalypse Ultimate Survival Cord. It's kind of an interesting product. I thought I'd get some and we'd take it and try it out. It's got 11 strands in it, and a lot of these strands have different purposes. Kind of a really neat kind of paracord product. So I thought we'd take a look at it today. Okay, so what I've done is cut off a small piece of this just so we can sort of take a look at it before we really put this thing to its paces, I think. So what you've got inside this paracord is pretty standard filling. This is a pretty good paracord, I think. It's like 650 pounds test. Part of that is going to be one of the cords that's in it. So let's take a look. Let's pull these strands out and take a look at what these look like. So the first thing you notice is this yellow strand. This is what they call a nano aramid cord. It is derived from Kevlar. I don't think it's actually a Kevlar cord, but we're going to put it through its test paces and see if we can actually cut any wood with it. It's supposed to be highly heat resistant, which means you could use it to tie, say, a handle of a pot and suspend it while it's over a fire. So it should be heat resistant and help with that. You've also got in here a very thin cord, which is a 10-pound test fishing line, which is built into this, so you can pull fishing line out of this if you wish. Then you've got this white cord here. This white cord is going to be what they call a Dyna X cord. This Dyna X cord is supposed to be extremely strong, very lightweight, very compact, but very strong, up to 300 pounds test just for that. So a lot of the poundage, a lot of the weight-bearing ability of this cord is in this particular piece right here. You also have built into this some jute cord, which you can use to start fires, and we're going to test that to see how that really works and see how well that cord can be used to start a fire with, say, a ferro rod. And then you've got 9 regular nylon strands. These could certainly be used for thread. You can also use this right here for a thread, though you need a needle with a very large eye, but this would be really good repairing material if you're trying to repair something that got torn or damaged while you're on the trail. So I think this would be very useful for that purpose. So now that we know what's in here, let's see what some of these things will actually do. So I've taken some of the jute twine out of that paracord. I'm gonna kind of rough it up a little bit and see if we can't get it frayed enough that maybe we can start it with a ferro rod. So let's see what we can do here. Stuff really does not want to light. Of course, it helps if you actually hit it with the spark. Here it goes. So it will light. If you actually hit it with the spark, it'll light just fine. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to test this and just see if we can cut wood with this stuff. If you have real paracord, you can do that. I've demonstrated. I've got a video where I did that. So we're just going to take this and start. And I'm not sure that's cutting anything at all. It's not. So I don't think that's really a Kevlar that you would use to cut wood with. However, we're going to see how heat resistant it is. So one of the things we know is we already demonstrated the jute cord is flammable just like it should be. Got to get past the waxes on it first. That jute cord will burn just fine. That's pretty much what a cord will do. Now, let's see what happens when we try the same thing with this nano aramid cord. Here's this nano aramid, and we're going to see if it will burn. I don't know, it caught fire pretty quick. I don't know how fire resistant that stuff really is. And it pulls apart, no problem. So that's not very heat resistant, I don't think. We've got this other stuff here we could try, which is the stuff that's more of a, supposed to be the Dyna X cord. Or it just melts because it's nylon, so it would melt just really quickly, just like you think it should. Okay, there you have it, the Atwood rope Peripocalypse Ultimate Survival Cord. I don't know if it's ultimate. It is a kind of interesting item. It's got 11 strands inside it. It's supposed to be up to 625-pound test. It's got the jute cord in it, which it can light, but it took us a little while to get it done. It's got the nano aramid Kevlar cord. I don't know how Kevlar-ish it really is. I've got Kevlar cord that I can actually cut wood with, and that is actually more heat resistant than I think that was. It does have the Dyna X cord, which I did not test, and it's got fishing line. Though I think if it was up to me, I'd rather have a good 550 paracord, a separate Kevlar cord, a separate fire starter, and a separate thing of fishing line, and have those all dedicated to the purpose and get the best I could for each one of those, rather than try to use what's in this cord. Nice 20, this is a 50-foot hank, you can get a 25-foot hank, and I think it's a nice, neat little item, a little gimmicky, but really nice item. Go out and get you some and see what you think. Hey, in the meantime, remember what we always say, stay strong, stay prepared, and have a blessed day.